No, I'm with the cops. I'm with the cops right now.
Do you want me to talk to her to give her better direction?
Please help me!
What is wrong?
It was a cold night on January 28, 2023, when officers pulled over a vehicle for a DWI investigation. The driver, suspected of being under the influence, was taken out for sobriety tests. Meanwhile, another officer questioned the passenger, a woman named Mercedes. She was asked where they had been, if the driver had been drinking, and for her ID. She was hesitant and refused to provide her full details. The officer remained patient but persistent.
Am I able to get your ID?
No.
Okay. What's your first name?
My first name is Mercedes.
Mercedes?
The woman admitted she had been drinking, but insisted the driver hadn't. The officer continued asking basic questions, but she became evasive. She playfully avoided giving personal details, making the conversation longer than necessary. The officer tried to keep things light, but it was clear she was avoiding cooperation.
When you say we had a night, what do you mean?
Downtown.
When you say you had a night, what do you mean? Like a good night? Was it a bad night?
Good night, yeah.
Is this your boyfriend? That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Been drinking?
No.
No? You haven't been drinking?
He has not.
No,
I
you,
have been.
yeah.
Yeah, of course I have been.
Oh, that's cool. We're just concerned. We just want to make sure everything was okay between you
Of
guys.
course. Yeah, it's cool.
So no argument or nothing like
No.
that? Okay. You don't want to provide this officer with your information?
No, he's the best.
You talking about the driver?
I'm talking about my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend? How long you guys been together?
10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you guys live here in Rio Rancho?
Yes.
And you were in Albuquerque?
Yes.
Been drinking, you said, right?
No, he hasn't. Only me.
Okay.
At this point, it became clear that the woman was intoxicated. The officers focused on handling the situation carefully, trying to ensure that no one, including Mercedes, would get hurt or cause further trouble. She insisted on finding her phone and purse, but her unstable behavior made things difficult. The officers had to repeatedly remind her to stay calm and cooperate. The situation was becoming more chaotic, with the woman growing more agitated. Officers were trying to keep her safe while ensuring the driver was properly handled. What started as a routine DWI stop was turning into a bigger issue, and the woman was at the center of it all.
So can I get your ID?
Well, what is my boyfriend going through?
Say it again.
What is my boyfriend going through?
He's being arrested right now for DWI.
That's not right.
They already grabbed
Can
you.
I drive home or
Smith.
You said no, I didn't go.
I can do a field sobriety test?
As the officers continued their investigation, the woman became more difficult to handle. She kept insisting she could drive home despite being visibly intoxicated. The officers made it clear that this was not an option, and they were trying to find a safe way to get her home. When she realized her boyfriend was being arrested, her attitude changed. She became defensive and started questioning the officers aggressively. She demanded to know why he was being arrested, and when told it was for DWI, she refused to accept it. She kept repeating that it wasn't right and that he shouldn't be arrested. Things escalated when she started interfering with the officer's work.
Mercedes, we're trying to get you a ride home. Mercedes, do you want a ride home? Mercedes, do you want to ride home?
No.
Go ahead.
What are you going to do? Because you're too drunk to be sitting here. I can't leave you here. So what are we going to do? I'm trying to help you. I've only been nice to you and you're not being nice back.
The woman started stumbling around, refusing to listen. At one point, she fell into some weeds. The officers had to help her up, but she didn't appreciate it. Instead of calming down, she continued arguing and refusing help. The officers were trying to be patient, but she was making things more complicated. As the officers prepared to tow the vehicle, the woman became even more upset. She started yelling about her boyfriend being a firefighter, as if that should change the situation.
What's wrong with you?
Look at me in my eyes.
What?
Look at me in my eyes.
I am looking at you in the eyes. Let's go, so I can help you get out of the cold. It's freezing out here.
And I'm in the cold.
The woman was becoming more difficult by the minute. She refused to stay in one place, constantly moving around and making things harder for the officers. They were trying to get her to sit down and wait for a ride, but she wouldn't listen. She kept asking for her phone even though it was right there. She seemed confused and disoriented. She tried calling someone but wasn't even sure where she was.
Hi, ma'am. This is Officer Gonzalez from Rancho Police Department.
Hi, Mr. Gonzalez. What's going on?
So, Dominic got arrested for DWI, but we're trying to find a ride for Mercedes because the truck is going to be towed and it's pretty cold out here. I don't want her walking home or anything like that.
No, yeah, we're gonna come get her right now. Kind of by McDonald's.
What is that? You know where that Murphy's gas station is?
Yeah.
I can see.
You have a
I'm checking. Yeah, I'm towing the vehicle.
Come here. Come here.
I'm towing the vehicle.
Come
That is
here.
the reason why I'm doing it.
Please come over here. Please, right now. Please, no, right now. You need to come over here right now.
Yes, baby, we can fly there.
No, Doms.
You need to just calm down.
Okay.
You don't want to get in trouble, you know.
Despite the officer's efforts, the woman kept pushing back. She was upset about her boyfriend's arrest and couldn't focus on anything else. She accused the officers of being unfair and kept making dramatic statements. Her behavior was getting worse. She was now starting to become aggressive, yelling at the officers and refusing to listen.
Tell me, you can take a walk to the gas station.
That's it. Just like to put Jolene. Here, I got it. You got it? That's it. Ma'am, she's going to be arrested for disorderly. That's twice that she's tried to struck us. Okay, so at this time, she is going to be arrested, okay?
Let's go.
Her night took a turn for the worse as she was placed under arrest. The officers had given her multiple chances, but she had crossed the line too many times. As they handcuffed her, she still wasn't cooperating. She kept demanding to know her mother's phone number, even though she had just been on the phone with her. Even in custody, she continued arguing. She yelled at the officers, refusing to accept what was happening. She kept repeating the same things over and over, insisting that her boyfriend was a firefighter and that they shouldn't be treated this way. Her mother eventually came, but it was too late. The officers had already made their decision. They explained the situation to her mother, who was clearly upset but understood. She asked if there was any way to get the woman released, but the officers said she would have to see a judge.
Please help me.
What's wrong?
Please help me.
What is wrong?
Please.
What's wrong?
Please help me. Please help me.
What's wrong?
Daddy.
I'm asking you what's wrong. You're not telling me.
Why am I arrested?
Why were you arrested?
Why am I arrested?
Who'd you battery on a police officer? And just
Eventually, she was transported to jail. The officers had done their best to avoid arresting her, but she had forced their hand. Now she was facing multiple charges and her night had gone from bad to worse. Inside the police vehicle, the woman broke down completely. She started crying uncontrollably, begging for help. She pleaded with the officers, but they remained firm. They asked what was wrong, but she couldn't give a clear answer. She was told why she was being arrested: battery on a peace officer and disorderly conduct. She acted surprised, but she knew exactly what had happened. She had pushed an officer and tried to slam a door on them. Now she was paying the price. In the end, the woman faced 2 counts of battery on a peace officer and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. The case was still pending, and she would have to deal with the legal consequences of her actions. Now, before you leave, just don't forget to give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and also ring that notification bell while you're down there.